celebrity, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video, as you guys saw by the title, we'll be doing a full face using my oldest makeup products. I am shook to the core. Now I don't have products that are old, like, okay, maybe a few that are like may break me out, but probably won't. Some of them are like old, but not like disgusting, you know, like we're not pushing 5 years, you know? So, anyway, we got some new products. I mean, some old products. Well, some really old products. First, if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, and without further ado, let's just get started. Just some background real quick. If you guys don't know, when I started YouTube, it was... What the heck? My hair is pissing me off. When I started YouTube a few years ago, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago maybe. No, I think it was 3. Definitely 3. A little over 3 actually, but anyway, when I started YouTube, it was very, the community that I dove into was very much project panning, declutters, that kind of thing. So I didn't really fall into, I mean, I purchased a lot, but in the beginning I didn't purchase as much as like the biggest influencers. Like every recommendation was not what I was doing because I was project panning so much. I was decluttering like every other video. Like I was so, that was the thing at that time. And so, well, that's the community that I fell in basically. And then so slowly I started to figure out, you know, like, oh, this is not what everyone's doing. So I was looking at other stuff. So I started purchasing a lot more. That's how my collection grew so big. But at the time, so when I wasn't using something, I decluttered it, or like, you know, I gave it to my sister, whatever. So that's why I don't have things that are super, super old. These products are, I think the oldest product is 3 years old, but that's only 2 products. Oh, that's 3 products. 3 of the full face is 3 years old. So the rest of them are like 2 years, some are 1, like the oldest is 1. So, I just wanted to give that disclaimer quick. But let's jump in. Ooh, I got too many things everywhere. I'm kind of actually really excited for this. So first let's go in. This is the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Face Primer. I was gonna say I have the shade. No, this is a primer. So, oh my gosh, you guys can't even see it. No, I have the nicest dip in this product because I've had it for almost 2 years. I got this in an Ipsy, in a Tarte custom kit. I just want to hit pan on it. There we go, got some pan. This I got in like a Tarte custom kit a million years ago. Okay, not a million, but I got it in a Tarte custom kit just because I knew so many people love this product, and it was really nice, smoothing, you know, the whole 9, and it's so expensive. I think it's like freaking $40, $60. It's something like obscenely overpriced, where I was like, if I declutter it and I want it again for some reason, like there is no way I could repurchase it. So that's why I've kept it for so long. Obviously there's so much product left in this, like all the sides are like completely covered, but this one, out of like my pore filling kind of smoothing primers, this one is the most used, so that's nice. I really like it, and I've heard a lot of good things about it, but it's just not like if it was my favorite, I probably would have used it up already, you know what I'm saying? This one though, I actually repurchased a year ago. So this is the Tarte Maracuja Tinted Hydrator. I got it, I don't have the exact date, but I think not in the same kit, in another Tarte custom kit, because I had a few minis. I think I had a full size, used them all up. I had like some deluxe size, used them all up, so I needed another one. So this one I have used up in the past, and I just always have it in my collection. I have the shade 34H Medium Honey. I'm actually gonna see, I don't know how the shade is gonna do, but it'll be fine. Very light coverage, very lightweight, your skin but better kind of vibe. If you guys don't know what this product is, I mean, it's my favorite, so I hope that you do. But it's definitely one of my top favorites because it is so beautiful, so skin-like. Obviously, it's very, very light coverage, but it perfects your skin enough where I feel like, you know, I look put together, but I'm not like wearing an obscene amount of makeup, you know? Every time I wear it, I'm just so mesmerized by its beauty. It's like a lightweight, glowy, it has a little bit of glow to it, and it's just like so beautiful. Obviously, again, it's not going to cover, like I have some spots here that you can see right through, but it is so pretty, and you look like perfected. I love it. I love it. All right, next we're going to go in. This is the Milani Supercharged Brightening Under Eye Tint in the shade 120 Peach. I got this, let's see, a year ago, so not that long ago. I think I got this, like, I did a giant, like, Did I get this in there? Actually, I don't know. I did a big like haul. Maybe this was, oh, I think I got this during my birthday haul. I don't know. Either way, I remember I got it like in a big haul last year when I got like a bunch of Milani products, a bunch of other products. And a lot of those products are like bangers. Like they're still in my collection. They're amazing. But this one was the oldest as my concealers. I feel like concealers I don't think I've used up that many concealers. I've used up enough concealers, but I haven't used up that many. And I feel like usually like I use a concealer for a really long time, and then when I get really close like to the bottom of it, I like declutter. I'm like, I'm done with it. But this concealer is so gorgeous, and I'm so glad that I've kept it around. It really is a nice brightening under eye kind of tint. I like to use it in combination with other oh my gosh, my nose. Just not even gonna touch it. I like to use it in combination with other concealers because it's so lightweight, but it does brighten your under eye. So I feel like it's a good combo, like if you have a concealer that's too dark or anything like that. But it is so just lightweight and juicy. And honestly, I've never worn it on its own, I don't think. Maybe I did once or twice, but it's gorgeous. I forgot how pretty she was. All right, next let's go in with, this is the Compact Sculpture Set Go Translucent Setting Powder. I've had this for 2 freaking years, and look at that. I have so much product left. Honestly, in the defense of this powder, it has a mesh thing, so you honestly don't waste a lot of product, so which is really, really nice. So I use this a lot. This is my favorite loose setting powder, and so that's saying a lot that I have that much left. But I think it's because, like, you know, most powders, well, like all of it's kicking up, but most powders are the packaging, you just lose so much products by opening it, whatever, like that. They go so fast, and as much as people like won't admit that, project planners won't admit that, you kind of inevitably lose some product just by opening it up and closing it, you know. Whereas this one, you kind of it's always easy. I like the amount of product that you're using up is accurate because the mesh thing kind of restricts it from just falling out. But I love this product. I love this mesh. I love the, oh my gosh, so amazing. And that's the only like Compact Sculpture product I've kept, because back then, like 2 years ago, I had, oh my gosh, like I think a full face of Compact Sculpture. I had like the eyeshadow palette at one point, the blush, I think it's a blush and bronzer duo. I had a highlighter palette. I had the brow gel, the mascara, the concealer, like I've had it all. And this is the only product that has lasted. So 10 out of 10. Amazing, amazing. Okay, so for cream blush, I don't have a cream bronzer, but for cream blush, my oldest one is the Tower 28 Beach Please Magic Hour, whatever. This is freaking 2 years old. I'm like, Marissa, honestly, there's a lot of wear and tear in it. For like, as far as the products that are 2 years old, the way that they look, this one looks like pretty used. I'm actually just gonna use my sponge, I think. But I love this blush, honestly, and so I keep it like, I've kept it for a lot of declutters, for this long of a time, because I really like this formula, and this color is nice on my tan skin. I always look at like deeper formulas and other formulas, but I mean, sorry, not formulas, deeper shades and other colors, but I don't know, I've never picked one up because I obviously don't need one when I have this one, but if I ever did use this up or like got rid of it, because honestly it performs like a gem, honestly, like so beautiful still. But if I ever wanted a different color, I would probably get in this formula because I love this formula so much. But I would have to wait until I was done with this one or something, because I don't need that many from the same brand. I'm going to go in with, this is the Kokie Refresh Hydrating Setting Spray Long Lasting. I forgot to use this earlier as a prep, but I have another setting spray. This Kokie one I've had for 1.5 years. I think they were both equal. I bought them at like the exact same time or something like that. Or I got this one in an Ipsy. But I like this setting spray. If it was 1.5 years and it was a setting spray I hated, I would have decluttered it by now, but I know I can use this up. I mean, it's probably like down here. Honestly, I like it. It is nice and hydrating. It is refreshing. I just wanted to spray my nose. It is hydrating, it is refreshing, but it does make your makeup last a little longer, and it's super inexpensive. The problem with Kokie is just where you can get it. I think you can only get it at Rite Aid, and that's unacceptable. I wanted to go in with that before the setting powder because I wanted it to kind of help out my nose a little bit. But next we're going with an oldie but a goodie, the number 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Fix Finishing Powder. It's so funny because I noticed too a lot of the products that I only have one product from the brand are like my oldest products as well. So this one I've had for 2 years, which again, it's not that long, but it is, especially for a powder, but it is long for like the wear. It's barely, you can still see a little bit of the indent. I mean, honestly, I've used a lot of it, but not as much as like I probably should. Like a normal person would have used a 2-year-old product, you know, like theirs would probably be busted, but this one is nice. I always keep it because it's really great at setting your face, honestly, without drying it out, without making it look anything. It really is like that perfect lift and illuminate kind of description, where I really do feel like it kind of just takes your it's a little pick-me-up for your face, but it still sets your face, like it's still a setting powder, you know, so it's really good. I like it. I regret it, but we're gonna take, this is my Morphe E41 brush. It's so massive. I honestly should use it for powder, but I like it for this bronzer. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer in the shade 3. I can't believe this is already 2 years old. I really thought that like this just came out. No, it came out mad long ago, and the reason why I found a lot of these products was because I went back and looked at like my old collections or my shop my stashes, like just different videos, or like even my declutters that I knew I talked about all the products in my collection. And like when I would be like, okay, I think this one's older, whatever, but then I would go back and just see, you know, no, I had this one longer, I had this one first, or like blah, blah, blah. Some of it was surprising. This one I was genuinely surprised about. Like, does this look like a brand new bronzer or what? It does. And the reason why I don't want to, like, any of these products, like, even if I hated them or wanted to declutter them, I wouldn't sell them or anything like that because I know that they're pretty old. So by the time someone else gets them, they're pretty decently old. But this one I love. It's so hard to like use it all the time. But first of all, because I don't feel like it's anything special, but second of all, just because like to mention it in so many videos and at the price points at, it's so freaking hard. And like, you know, some products are amazing that like honestly, they're so good that I don't mind mentioning them because they deserve it. That one's just not really one of them. This one is an exciting one. I'm deciding on how long I'm going to keep this for. This is one of the oldest products in my collection. It's the CoverFx Monochromatic Blush Duo. I have the Matte and Shimmer in the shade Spice Cinnamon, and I've had this for 3 freaking years. I got this in an Ulta 21 Days Beauty, I believe a mad long ago, and it has been the love of my life for so long because look at, so delicious, so scrumptious. Like, can we please just take a moment? It is so beautiful, and honestly, I have not noticed a change in the formula at all. Like, it's still gorgeous, so I'm gonna hold on to this as long as I can, honestly, because it's so beautiful. And what really makes me mad about the brand is that, like, why are you not still sold at Ulta? I'm confused. Why are you doing that to us? Because we did not deserve that. All the love and support we gave you at Ulta, we did not need you to take all your products out of there. I did buy the bronzer eventually, but I did buy the bronzer a year or two later from another Ulta 21 Days of Beauty or something like that. But I got this one first, and like honestly, that does not look like 3 years of use. But these, first of all, these are so pigmented. A little bit does go a long way. And then the shade Spice and Cinnamon, like I could probably go down a shade if I was gonna go back and rebuy it, but I love this color. Like it's a little bit deeper if I go to normally handed, I guess. All right, we got another 3-year, and this one actually looks 3 years old. This is the Ofra Rodeo Dry Highlighter. So first of all, we got the old packaging, and look at that wear and tear in the middle. Like I don't think I've hit the, I don't know if I have. I don't think I've hit the pan yet, but that is pretty freaking used, honestly, and that's amazing. And it's so funny because this is the only product that I have that still has, that was from a Project Pan, like when I was crazy Project Panner. So that I'm saying that this product is old, but she still performs like a gem, and so I will keep her until I die. I don't even like the new white packaging, honestly, because I like to be able to see the shade, and I like this one better. I've had quite a few Ofra highlighters. Like I used to have like 4 or 5, honestly, because I got them so much in Ipsy. But I decluttered them all because if I'm reaching for an Ofra highlighter, it's this one. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And so it was just like, I don't even need anything else in my life. So I love this, and this will forever be a staple until I die. Like honestly, I love Becca, and I mean, you know, obviously Smashbox took it over, but I really liked Becca, but I'm glad it wasn't Ofra. And I only say that because they both have like the most iconic highlighters ever. But you can still get the Becca ones, but Ofra is where it's at. Anyway, 3 years. I'm shook to the core. Honestly, this one I don't even want to use. Like, quite honestly, I don't want to use this. I have to find a spoolie for the cause. This is the Tarte Big Ego Frame Worker Brow Pomade. You guys know I've had this for so long. I think I got this in the same custom kit as the primer, the Tarte primer. But I definitely got it in a custom kit because there's no other way. But look at that. Does that look like 2 years use? No. I don't use pomades that much. But I always keep this one because if I'm gonna, like, I know that I don't use brow pomades, but, you know, it's that one of those things where it's like, if it's on sale, or like if I see it, I'll be like, oh, you know, like maybe I'll just try it and maybe I'll like become a fan. But if I have this one on hand, I don't do that. I'm like, no, I have the Tarte one and I don't use it, so obviously I won't become like, you know, a diehard brow pomade person, so don't buy another one. So I can, but because I have this one, I can convince myself not to buy any other ones, although it's so beautiful. I don't know why I don't use it, because it's so, I think it's just because it's so difficult, and I always rub the excess in the cap because it is so pigmented. Like, a little bit does go a long way. It honestly would take me way more than 2 years to use this up, even if I used it every single day, because there's so much product, and the smallest bit will do both your brows, honestly. Like, can you even tell that I even dipped in there? Barely, because I put it all in the cap, and then I just did, that's it. I don't have to do anything more to my brows. And honestly, they're a little overfilled. So, it's nice. So if you're someone who likes a brow pomade, it's creamy, it's nice, it's easy. But if you're someone who does not, don't get it, because you won't use it. It will not convince you to use brow pomades, I swear. All right, I'm so excited for this next one. I don't know if I put it in the thumbnail or what, but we're going in with the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop Sugar Cone Eyeshadow Palette. I almost decluttered this in my last declutter, but then I was like, no, like, I can't get it anymore. So, I don't want to risk it and not be able, and like regret it like so bad. Like, there's so many products that I regret honestly decluttering. Like the Morphe ENJOYYYY palette, I regret so bad, and not because I used it, but just because that memory it's like a core memory here on YouTube, and I wanted to keep it. Laura Lee Cat's Pajamas, I want to keep. I had every single one of her eyeshadow palettes. I wish I kept all of them in like a box somewhere because they're so beautiful. And so this one I was like, I can't do that with this one. Like, even if I use it until I keep it in my collection until I can't use it anymore, and then one day just like put it to the side or something. Like, I would do that just for or just keep it. Like, the problem, like, I don't want it in a box somewhere. I would probably keep it somewhere where like have a drawer dedicated to comparisons, whereas, like, you know, as new products come out, I could say, like, you know, oh, this reminds me of this or whatever it is. So anyway, I just went in first. I set with the shade Sugar Rush, and then I went this one in my crease. I'm literally just going to follow the line all the way down because that is the beauty of this palette. It is so easy. And I honestly, this formula, I've tried a few BH Cosmetics palettes. I have. Honestly, they don't, to me, nothing revolutionary. This palette, though, is like buttery smooth. It blends itself. It's so easy. Like, I don't know what is in this formula. I don't know if this is the, like, BH's formula before they went filed for bankruptcy. I don't know. I really genuinely don't, because I haven't tried that many, but this one is so good. Like, so good. So I don't know what BH Cosmetics is doing either. I heard someone else bought them, but I'm like, I don't. To me, it's like, I would rather the brand die than be bought out by someone else. Smashbox is the only exception with Becca, just because, like, an iconic product like those highlighters, like, first of all, people will notice if they're made differently, made cheaper, made in a different way. People will notice. Like, so, Smashbox better not go change up the formula. So that's fine, but, like, it's when, like, a brand buys another brand, and then they still, like, Too Faced. Like, someone took, new management, I guess, came over to Too Faced, but you can just, like, tell, like, what's going on with, like, you can just tell that Too Faced is not the same, I guess I should say. But anyway, and then I'm going to go with the shade Homemade, which is the deepest brown, and I'm just all one shadow, one brush, because I don't have time to switch out my brushes and clean my brushes either. It's so pretty and so easy, though. I'm obsessed. Okay, so next is very fall-esque. We're going to go in with the shade Cinnamon. This, like, deeper one over here. I don't want it too bright, but I don't want it too deep either. Is this too deep? No, it's perfect. It's giving fall. Did I even tell you how old this is? This is 2 years old. So eyeshadow palettes, honestly, I've had like okay. I just did it like my, I don't know why I'm so tongue-tied. I did a few declutters. So I've done like 3 eyeshadow palette declutters this year. And so I think the first one that I did this year, I decluttered like a bunch of my old nostalgic palettes. I was just ready, and honestly, I don't regret those that much. No, I don't regret them at all. But anyway, those were my really, really old palettes. Like besides those, this one was one of them too. But the other, I don't have that many really old palettes, honestly. All right, let's hurry up before I'm here all day. See, before I keep going, let's just take the shade Cookie Dough, which is the white champagne here, and put it in the inner corner. Ooh, she's blinding. Like, the shimmers are literally stunning. The mattes are my jam, but the shimmers are really nice as well. Next, let's go in with, this is gonna take the look somewhere else, but we're gonna just do it anyway. This is the Appeal Gel Liner in the shade Forest Green. I've had this for 3 years. Marissa, this can't be healthy, but I honestly haven't broken out when I've used this. I honestly need to get rid of it. I will get rid of it. Oh, I don't know. I love this color though. Maybe I'll hold on to it. Won't use it really until I find like a dupable color, because this color is so stunning. It's like a deep, rich green. Okay, it really is like a forest green. But it has this like depth to it where it's almost like it has like this like base of black, and so I freaking love it. And the formula is superb. It does not move all day. Like, look at this color. I have to keep it until I find a dupe. It's settled. It's settled. All right, so I'm gonna do mascara real quick. These I bought the same month in April. So these are not old, but mascaras obviously are not that old. So this is the Bite Beauty Upswing Mascara, and then this is the e.l.f. Lash Beats mascara. I gotta get rid of both of these after this video, but we're just gonna do a little combo here. Not my eye being itchy after I just said it's fine. It's honestly my inner corner, so I'm just gonna take that inner corner shade off. Woo! I've had that experience with, oh my gosh, with a NYX, you guys cannot even see, it's like just turning red there. I've had that experience with a NYX eyeshadow where I put in the inner corner and my inner corner just literally had an allergic reaction. It was so bizarre. But that's the exact same feeling I'm feeling. It's only in this eye though, so I don't know. So weird. I probably shouldn't use any of these anymore, but like, to me, powders is definitely different, obviously. Like, I feel like using a powder eyeshadow, like, I guess eyes are just a lot more sensitive, so maybe that's what it is. I don't know. That's weird. Okay, anyway, next let's go in with, we have a few more products. So for next we're going to go in, this is the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Glow Setting Spray. I'm almost, that was interesting. Almost done with this, but that really hurt me. I've had this for 1.5 years. Yeah, I got it at the same time as the setting spray, so we're going to go with this. Maybe just a few spritz because she's glowy, like glowy, like glowy. But it's so pretty. All right, next we're gonna go in. This is the e.l.f. Retro Paradise Lip Liner. Do you guys remember? This was my baby. This was Juicy Jazz's baby. And so then it became my child. This is in the shade Nude 2. They never came out with these or like a formula like this. They came out with the freaking retractable ones, which are fine, but they're not as good as this pencil ones. Like, these were so bomb. These were so bomb, it's not even funny. So we're gonna go in with this. I'm gonna happily apply this. It's very okay, let me not talk. This one for 2 years. Like, this was super limited edition. Like, actually not that, it was around for a while, but you can only get it in a 4-set lip kit. So like, if you ever wanted a backup, you needed to buy all freaking 4, and that was like a lot for me. The next, we're gonna go with the Milani Color Statement. I've had this for 2 years. I have the shade 61 Matte Naked. I love this color. I honestly, it smells good, but you could tell it's starting to fade a little bit because it used to like smell good, and this was my favorite scent. Like, it always brought me joy, and right now it's not giving. You can hardly smell it, but it was my favorite color. You could see, like, so stunning. This combo was my life plus this lip gloss, like I can, whatever. Again, 2 years old. This is the Revlon the Super Lustrous, the gloss in the shade 200 Crystal Clear. I used up an entire one of these, and this is my second one. I'm not going to repurchase it because I used it up just because I was specifically trying to use it up. I didn't use it up naturally, but I love this gloss. It is so, like, thick, but glossy, and it almost looks like glass, quite honestly. It just gives the prettiest look, but it is a pretty thick gloss, so it's not like everyone's cup of tea, but I loved it so much. I used another one, a whole one up. So that one I probably had 3 years ago. Then I rebought this one when I used that one up. So amazing. Definitely gotta use up some of these goodies. Some of these I can use up, like the setting sprays, the tinted moisturizer, the concealer I can see myself using up, the setting powder even. A few of these I can see myself using up, but not all of them. But anyway, that is it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'll let you know if anything like really seriously makes me react. My inner corner, yeah, is getting the bumps that I got with the NYX eyeshadow palette, which the NYX eyeshadow palette isn't old, but I think it's certain formulas, because this one is a little bit more of a chunkier glitter than the rest. Like, the rest of them are a little bit smoother. This one has a little bit more particles. So maybe my inner corner just doesn't like glitters, and that's totally fine. Honestly, like, the loves of my life, you guys know, are the e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Sticks, and so they're the best in there anyway. And so maybe that's just what I need to use permanently for the rest of my life. So anyway, but as of now, everything looks good. I love this liner so much. But anyway, that is it for this video. Let me know how old is your oldest makeup product in your collection. See you next one. Bye, guys.